How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lo4f, and today it's just a bit of a simple mission, messing around, entertaining myself with a loaf. Yeah, it's called All the Money's Worth. Like I said, it's pretty easy. I just got to go kind of near the factory port area and get a trailer that's got 5 planks of wood on it, and then deliver it kind of behind me, to be honest, pretty much behind the garage. And yeah, for this one, I've got the Bandit and the loaf, and as you'll see in a sec, I ended up messing around with it. Yeah, that's where I got to grab the trailer from, and then it's just got to pretty much go behind the garage. You could take the path around, but yeah, you'll see I tried something new. So when I was driving this thing, I kind of discovered that when you slam the brakes on and stick it in reverse, I can do that, which fascinated me for quite a while. So heavily edited, but I was messing around trying that, and then we came up with more things. Basically, when you do that, if you turn as well when you start reversing, you can kind of crab the truck left and right. So I was giving that a go. Oh no, that's just Michael Jackson. Earned himself a pair of white gloves with that one. All thanks to OG Loaf. See, reason number, who knows, 233. Get yourself a goddamn horse. Yeah, there's doing a bit of the crabbing. Actually, it does, like, the truck stays pretty straight. Lorry. Some people are missing the word lorry. Yeah, the lorry stays straight. And yeah, see, do stuff like that. Bit of parallel parking. Look at the little loaf. He's jumping around, he's happy. Seen OG Loaf. Yeah, thought I'd give it another go. Like, slam it in reverse, give it some steering, crab it over. It's pretty nice. Did give it a little nudge. That's what she said. But yeah, pretty good parallel parking. The reason I was doing it, well, I'll get to it. I'll kind of save it. Save it for later. But there was a reason why originally, when I figured out I could do this, that I was messing around trying it out. Yeah, the little loaf was flying around like a mad one then. So, is this where I set off? Oh yeah, I did actually set off. You can see it's understeering a little bit now. It's like, what am I up to? I'll stick a loaf on the roof and then judge its weight characteristics. Yeah, about now though, I was just admiring what a good turban the loaf would make. So I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and then I crashed. That is that's about as honest as you can get. That is what was going on at the time. So yeah, tried to set off again, but then I got distracted. Did another little crab maneuver. Loaf didn't even flinch. What a gangster. Yeah, so I finally managed to set off. And there's a reason I wanted to keep the loaf on my roof, like I said. It was, yeah, method behind my madness. See now if I get a little tank slapper on the go. But he's pretty goddamn good. I think they have fixed this vehicle to a degree, because it used to be an absolute nightmare for tipping. You can see now, though I quite like it, again, just for messing around. The thing is, with this phase that I've noticed as I'm going along, is I still really like the phase. I like the look of it. The missions have all been pretty cool. I've got a few missions that look a little bit, like, a little bit long, but if I split it into 2 parts, it's probably not going to be as bad and all the rest of it. I'm not really, like, dreading them or anything like that. It's getting the time to, preferably, I'd still like to do the whole mission in one night, even if I only edit one half of it. Yeah, these maps, there's only so many ways you can go, and there's not a whole lot of, like, cliffs and stuff going on, so it's just a little bit kind of the same journey. Not even the same journey, it's just like the same 1 or 2. You've pretty much got one route going like to the south end of the map and one main route going to the north end of the map, and there's not really any need to use, say, like the left hand or the right hand side of the map. You just kind of scoot up and down the middle. Again, it's not a complaint as such, it's just in the scheme of things, it's yeah, like for making videos, I'd rather, if I get a bit worried it's not going to be a good video, I'd kind of rather make no video than a bad video. So yeah, the other night, by the way, apologies about the live stream. I was gonna do it. I was all sorted at about 23 minutes past 2. I went to the kitchen to make a coffee, and then by about 25 minutes past 2, I had 100% talked myself out of it. I was gonna do SnowRunner, and then I went on there and realised I haven't really got a lot of missions left at all, and I was like, ugh, I don't really want to use the rest of them up, or I'm not gonna have anything to do for the live streams for like the next month or more. So then I kind of decided, right, sod it, I'll just go on do Grand Theft Auto, and then at the last minute, I kind of panicked because I was like, oh, the loading times are really long, and then I couldn't remember how many missions I'd done on the thing, and then as far as accessing like the missions to replay them. I don't know. I just, when I'm not on live stream, I need to load Grand Theft Auto up and kind of do a little bit of just a dry run to see what's going on. That's what sort of panicked me last minute. Just got a bad feeling about the whole thing. Was like abort mission, and yeah, I probably shouldn't have in the end. I could have just gone on Grand Theft Auto, but like I said, I'd like to kind of know what's coming. Again, that's definitely what she said. Yeah, driving this thing, you can see I keep editing. I was cheating a bit. I was doing a lot of quit and reload. But again, there's a reason I wanted to keep him on the roof. I assure you, this is the fastest way to travel. I measured it with a broken clock, but it broke when it was the right time, so it's all good. Yeah, like I said, with the weight distribution, it's definitely a little bit front heavy now. Not gonna lie, but in theory, you see, when I get there, I'm gonna get a trailer, and having a trailer is gonna sort the whole situation out. For now, to be honest, again, the thing is, I'm not bored of this game at all, but it's getting close to the point, not where I'm going to get, like, this has happened about 3 or 4 times over with all the different phases they had. If I keep just doing the same, like, meh, like, just not much of anything, I'll eat into, like, my boredom level for the game at the minute. I still enjoy playing the game. I've had this problem before with, like, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the Grand Theft Autos used to do it, where I still want to play the game, but I've run out of stuff to do, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to then just keep playing the same thing over and over and like make myself bored of the game too quickly by just hammering it all the time. And yeah, it's the same with this one, where it'd be nice. I was saying to someone the other day, if they added like a mid-phase mission pack, even if it was just like a couple of missions, whether it's on the older maps or like, I suppose preferably the newer maps because they're the newest, but yeah, even if it was on some of the older maps, it'd be pretty cool just to tide things over, because apparently we're not going to have it until, it's not looking like we're even going to get the next phase in February, so it might not be until March. So what I've been thinking of doing, this is the thing, like, I'm more than happy to play other games and do videos on that. Obviously I've done like Wreckfest, and I did one Grand Theft Auto video a little while back. Yeah, I'm going to try and like look for some other games to mess around on here and there. It doesn't mean they're going to be like, SnowRunner's definitely going to be the main thing, because I'm still, like I said, enjoying messing around on this game. There's still plenty more to play, there's more phases to come out and all the rest of it, so this is definitely going to be the main one. But as and when I get a little like quiet patch and whatever, I can go on other games. Again, I don't guaranteed know if I'll get a video out of it, if that makes sense. I kind of know what I'm going to get out of this game. If I go and do a mission, I can record the mission. But I was looking through some games. I thought of one the other day that I remember hearing about years ago called Alien Isolation. It's like a horror game, and I nearly got it years ago. I think it was on like the PS2, and I didn't in the end. Horror games used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid, largely because, like I said, my brothers used to sellotape me to a chair and make me watch The Purple Ghost in Ghostbusters, and then I watched The Exorcist when I was 10. That really didn't help. I watched The Thing when I was 5. That definitely didn't help. Yeah, I kind of probably exposed myself to Ghost a little bit too early, and yeah, they used to scare the shit out of me, so I don't really play horrors. The only horror I accidentally played when I was a teenager was a game called Fear, and I thought it was like a Call of Duty-ish game, but it was like, ended up being Ghost, this scary little girl in a red dress, which yeah, freaked the shit out of me. And apart from that, I've not really played horrors, but I've heard, like, you always hear this Aliens Isolation creep up in like old school sort of top 10s. It always gets a little bit of a nod here and there. I think the game afterwards, Alien Colonial Marines, was supposed to put it on the map, but it ended up being a disaster, and that was that. There's another game as well I'd love to play, if anyone remembers Alien vs Predator on the PS2, where it was almost like an Age of Empires-esque kind of game, where you could be the humans, the predators, or the aliens. I used to love being the aliens, flying around with the face huggers. Yeah, face hug some predators, steal them, make pred-aliens, and then when you get them in fights, they get harder each time. Sounds pretty dodgy. They get stronger each time, is what I should probably say. And yeah, that was a good game. But it's on PS2. I've got the game. I just can't get, like, I can't record the PS2. I'd have to get a PC. See, to do that, if I get a PC, it opens up other options. You see, right, while I've been rambling along, this is one reason I wanted to keep the loaf on. All that hassle. So I can stop, crab my way over. This was like performed under lab conditions with loaf supervision, of course. And yeah, connect the trailer. That was it. That was the whole reason. Pretty happy with myself, not gonna lie. Probably a complete total waste of time, but stubbornness. Can be a wonderful thing. We got it done. It wasn't as smooth as the one in the garage, but I'm happy with it. Fly around here, scare the shit out of a barrel. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Like, well, basically, that Alien Isolation game I already bought, because when I thought about it the other day, I went and typed it in on the PS Store, and by pure chance, for any of you that are interested in like that Alien Isolation game, if you remember it, whatever, it's on offer at the minute in the PS Store, and it's like 78 or 80% off or something. It was £5 for the game instead of, I can't remember, 20 or 30 quid, but then they've done loads of like add-ons afterwards. There was 7 odd add-ons, and to just buy the whole pack that gives you everything was about £9.50. So I bought that one in the end. Can't tell you why. I've never even played the game. I clicked on it earlier, but I didn't actually play anything. But yeah, I might go on something like that, because apparently it's pretty funny. You're kind of creeping around a ship, you got to do missions, and there's an alien that's kind of roaming around the ship, and it's just the mechanics of like how the alien can actually find you and all the rest of it, and you have to hide from it. There's a setting, I believe, where you can have your microphone on, so if I make noise in real life, like sat here in my room, the alien can hear me, and then I could fuck up if I'm hiding and all the rest of it. Yeah, it just sounds pretty cool. Like I said, I've heard a few things about it, so I've got something like that, but that's the thing, I've got to pick other games that I actually want to play, kind of thing, like, or want to play for longer than, say, just an hour or something. I could play just about any game for like an hour and do one video on it or something, but generally something like, yeah, so we'll see. I'll have a go on that Alien Isolation game. If it ends up being no good, obviously I'll skip it, but it makes no odds to me, obviously, whether I make a game into a video or not, but generally speaking, that's what I'd like to try and aim for. See, I don't know, reason number 437 to get yourself a loaf. Clip that lamppost, put the loaf, give it a little headbutt, squeezed us around the corner, and we made it. As you can see now, though, once I've got a trailer on, this thing actually all balances out pretty nicely. I remember putting a loaf on the roof of this Bandit before, and I don't remember it being as understeering, like, sits really far forward, but maybe, I don't know. I was going to say maybe I did have a trailer on the whole time, but I doubt it. And I remember I had the roof rack on last time. In the end, I trying it tonight, it was easier to just pack the loaf on the roof. Get rid of the roof rack off the Bandit and put a goddamn horse of a roof rack on, because, well, this roof rack is at least double the size. I can't remember how many points actually do you get with the Bandit. I take that back, I could be wrong on that. I'm thinking of a different, I was thinking of like the Tatrin size roof rack. I could be right on it, but I don't know at all if I am. But I'm going to guess maybe, yeah, 150, 200 repair points. The loaf has more. Plus, the loaf has many other uses, of course. And again, this thing's actually pretty stable. I thought this thing would be a tipping nightmare. That's why I put the muds on. This was also a bit of a, I don't know, not an excuse as such, but I ended up picking a vehicle with the muds on. I actually looked at taking the Warthog out, because someone was mentioning that the other week in a live stream. The problem was for this one, to go and get the trailer, is the saddle low sits so far at the back of like the Warthog, the trailer's hit like the crew cab bit, so trying to turn in with the trailer, yeah, makes it a bit of a pain in the arse. And then I tried to use it the other week towing a ramped flatbed, but the truck's not really got a lot of weight to it to tow a ramped flatbed, so trying to find a mission that thing can do. I'm sure there'll be something though. I'll have a look. One of the little silly missions that'll end up being like a 10-minute video. I'll get it out for summit. That's definitely what she said. Yeah, I decided in the end, I was looking on the map deciding which way to go, because the house I've got to go to is behind the garage, and I could either turn left now and go kind of between that broken bridge and cut up that way, but I'm sure further up there's like some rocks that are just a pain in the ass to climb through, plus I'll probably end up tipping, and yeah, I'd rather not. I could go the right hand road around the back, but one, I could tip again, and two, I was being lazy. And then I looked and decided to just, yeah, kind of plough through the middle. I think it was, I'm sure it was Victor the other week made a video of how to cut out the back of this garage. I don't think I used the same way in the end, because I'd already built all this. I decided to ram these vehicles. I don't regret it, but it did kill my engine. But I still don't regret it. For some reason as well, the loaf seems to have, like, even though it's been packed the entire time, It's kind of slowly scooted forward to where its front wheels are hanging over. I already kind of figured that was going to happen, but Lo4f's goddamn professional. He's just rollers. He's like a mechanic. He's looking at the engine. Gets a better view from that angle. Still repairs. Still goddamn professional. He can sit on his roof all day long if he likes. So yeah, get myself fixed up. And then basically I couldn't go sort of straight ahead, even though it would have been a bit of a stupid way to go anyway. You see where that like Portaloo thing is? I attempted to knock that out of the way, but it ain't going anywhere. So yeah, I'll go this way. I think this now is the way that the victors went. See, you can kind of tell. In theory, you could cut through this way, but then they've scattered all those tree stumps to where the chances of, especially when you've got a trailer and all the rest of it, it's not to say that it's difficult to get through here, but they've just put tree stumps knowing full well it'll catch your axles and just be a bit of a dick. Which you'd think, if they really just wanted to block the area off, just put a thick blanket of like immovable trees, and then job's a good one. But they kind of show you a bit of leg, and then yeah, that's it. And then slap you. That's what happens. So this thing started getting stuck now. I was like, right, it's time. Send in the goddamn professional. Look at him go. He gets around them corners like a mosquito. Like a Formula 1 mosquito. Wouldn't surprise me. It's probably got a Formula 1 engine. Packing V10. That was definitely raw Lo4f sound. That was not dubbed over. No, that was my M5. That was my M5 recorded on a phone and then played on a phone to my headset just now. So it sounds about as shit as it possibly could. Yeah, Venture is really slow at accepting that wood. That's what she said. Money wise, £5.5 grand. It's not too bad to me. It's just a little messing around mission. I'd rather they have these than not. It's certainly like phase 5. Yeah, that could have done with more of that. But anyway, yeah, that's another one in the bag. Like I said, pretty simple, but I was messing around with the Lo4f. Also managed to park the Lo4f on a Ghost, I believe. Yeah, not all vehicles can handle that, but who knows? It's reason number 666 to get yourself a Lo4f, because you can park on Ghosts. But yeah, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Get yourself a Lo4f because he's goddamn professional. And I'll be back soon.